I'm now in Denver, Colorado, and I'm just about to head out to Boulder. Boulder was the scene of the mass shooting by the Islamist gunman who's just been identified. 10 dead, including a police officer. The gentleman, I say that in the loosest sense, was known to the FBI. He just appeared in court today for the first day of those proceedings, and his defense have tried to claim that he had a mental illness. Now, far be it from me, but I've never known any case of mental illness or psychosis that the side effects are that you take an automatic weapon and you go and gun down 10 people in a store that isn't where you live. He had to drive from his suburb to Boulder to commit this atrocity. Anyway, I'm going out tonight to the vigil at a school just to get a better sense of what's actually going on the ground, what it actually feels like in Boulder, Colorado. So I'm here at the King Super where the shooting happened. An Islamist with a weapon killed 10 people, including a police officer. And there's a massive tribute now here, flowers lined up against the fencing. You know what I'd really like? I'd really like to have 5 minutes with that shooter, because I'd really like to ask him why he did what he did. I'd really like him to tell me honestly what his motivation was. And I'd really like to ask him, as an Islamist, with his other postings on Facebook and the fact that he was known to the FBI, what his intentions were. And I'm also disgusted by the media and all the commentators who were so fast, including Kamala Harris's niece, to come and pile in that this was Trump-related, this was a white supremacist. And of course, when it turns out to be an Islamist, that goes quiet and it's all about gun reform. So many people here this evening to pay their respects. But now I'm found. The more that I'm seeing them using this to build momentum for the next kind of effort to grab guns. And one of the weird things, of course, is to see flowers and really beautiful kind of memorial stuff on that fence, but also mostly a whole lot of messages against weapons too. The shooting here in Boulder, Colorado is undoubtedly a tragedy. But you know, all these signs to take away people's guns, vigils that feel more like protests, and people jumping straight onto CNN when they just lost their own father, don't feel like the typical stages of grief to me.